Have you ever thought that the world is a connected puzzle? Do you think that your child will be able to solve the puzzle, cross the boundaries of the world, and build a new one of his own? These are essential questions for whoever would like to know the answers. If you want a learner who is able to develop his learning aligned with his relationship with the world, so MYP is the answer. And if you want a balanced human being with full ability to enhance his real life skills through the learning experiences, so MYP is the choice. The MYP main goal actually is to build an independent student who is able to work on his own learning experiences, evaluate the learning environment, and evaluates his own efforts. The MYP mostly build the bridges and have all the connections between the real world and the learner, so that the learner will be able to live the real world through his learning experiences. One of the most important missions of the IB is to build an internationally minded individual in that community. Actually, in that speedy changing world, when you can find all different pieces of knowledge just by pressing on any technological gadget you have, you will be easily picking up whatever knowledge you are seeking. Yet, still the problem is, what are you going to do with this piece of knowledge without two important pillars that you need to use? Number one, the skills that you need to work on. Number two, which learner's profile you should adopt while working on whatever you are working on. One of the most important goals of the MYP is to build an independent learner or student who is able to appreciate his learning environment, plus being able to understand well that all of his efforts are appreciated. When the MYP build all the bridges that will connect the learner to the real life experiences, at the end we will have this internationally minded student who would be proud of at the end. The MYP mission is to create an internationally minded community in which actually the world is rapidly changing. At the same time, you can get any piece of information by pressing on any gadget you have in hand. Yet, you will not be able to use this piece of information efficiently without knowing well what are the skills that you need to depend on and what are the 10 important core values that you need to know about as learner profiles. Using the learner profiles and the real life skills that will be used inside the classroom, at the end, our learner will be dealing with precious content, engaging content that worth knowing. The MYP helps our learner to frame their learning experiences through 5 consecutive years, which are the MYP program years, and using the profiles and the skills, as we said, combining them to the content and knowing why do we learn and how to learn, knowing how to act and which ways actually to choose. And when we have a learner who is able actually to evaluate his learning, plan for the upcoming step, be able to feel courageous enough to ask the teachers for the guidance. So by the end, we will have someone who will be able to decide his future. So the MYP program is efficiently designed for learners in between 11 to 16. And actually, if you are looking for a system or a program that boosts your child character, so MYP is the choice and we are your platform.